Right, so what I'm going to show you today is how you can turn your smartphone into a dumb phone. Now what I mean by a dumb phone is basically a phone that has zero EMF emissions, or as reduced and as minimal EMF as possible, like one of these. So a 2G Nokia that will be able to receive calls and receive SMS text messages, but it's got no access to the internet. So it only emits EMFs when it's connected to a phone call or when it's sending and receiving a text message. So these are about as good as you can get of having a mobile phone if you want to reduce the amount of EMFs you're exposed to for whatever reason. Mostly health reasons people do it. Now I've got an acoustometer here as well, which measures EMFs, which is currently running at basically zero because I live in a house that has got basically zero EMFs. I've got no smart meter, I've got no smart TV, smart anything, smart refrigerator, no Wi-Fi. I don't live near any cell towers or anything like that. So my house is pretty much a good foundation of zero. Now, what I'll do is I'll show you what happens when you turn the phone on, a normal smartphone, because it's actually on airplane mode at the minute. So I'll take it off that. Now you'll see it basically goes way up into the red when the phone's on. Full settings, so I mean cellular's on, Wi-Fi is open to receive, and the Bluetooth's open to receive, and I've also got location services on. So this is the EMFs that it's currently kicking out, and I'm not even connected to a call or anything. Now it goes super high, a normal iPhone, or a normal smartphone in general, because it's constantly updating, it's constantly sending and receiving data packets 24/7. So I'm going to show you how you can have a functioning phone like this one, but turn it into more of this, which has got zero settings, okay? Right then, now we're back on airplane mode, and I will show you exactly what settings do what. So I'm going to turn it back on, full. You can see it going right up to the top. Now, full settings off, which would still enable that your phone works, but it's giving off no EMFs. You need the location, which is in privacy and security, off. You want to turn that off, because even if you've got no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no cellular on, if your location services are on, then it's still sending and receiving data packets, which you don't want. You want the background app refresh off, because that's another thing which just constantly sends and receives data packets. You want the Wi-Fi off, so this means it's not even searching for networks to connect, it's completely off. It's still going though. You want the Bluetooth off, and you want the cellular settings off. Now, it usually takes a few seconds to reset. And there we go. Now, sometimes it kicks a little bit, but there we go, we're at zero. So, now, if you look at the top right, oh, that's one of the kicks which I mentioned. That should be okay. Now, your phone isn't in airplane mode, so it's still connected to giffgaff, so I can receive texts, I can receive calls. So that is effectively, my phone is on, I am contactable. Because one of the issues of putting your phone on airplane mode, which is a good tactic, if you want to reduce the amount of EMFs that you are exposed to, you can just put your phone on airplane mode when you're not using it. But if there's an emergency call that people need to get you on, or anything like a family emergency, this kind of thing, then it's no good because your phone is effectively off. This way, your phone is on, you're contactable, texts come in and calls can come in. It basically turns it into one of these, but you are ready to use it as a phone if you need to. Now, some people will get to this point, but they might have, say, the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth still on in some way. So effectively it's still transmitting, and I'll show you some common mistakes now. So if you bring down the menu like this, I'll just press Wi-Fi. Now that Wi-Fi is turned on, but it's not actually connected to Wi-Fi because there's no networks to connect it to. Same as Bluetooth. I turn Bluetooth on, so the connections are enabled, and it's still giving out some EMFs here. Now, if I was to just press it from the drop-down menu, and it goes white, either of those go white, then that basically means that it's temporarily turned off, but it's not fully turned off. As you can see, even when they're white, it's still sending out some EMFs. Okay, so that's not good enough. That's on. That's still disconnected, but still on. You need to actually go into your settings. Off. Off. Fully off until it's grayed out with the X through it, and then it goes to 0. Okay, so that's how you turn off the Wi-Fi properly and the Bluetooth properly. Okay. Right then, so to summarize, to turn this iPhone or a smartphone into a non-EMF emitting, or as minimal as possible, dumb phone, you need the cellular data off, which is this one there, top right. You need the location setting off, which is found in settings. You need the Bluetooth fully off, so not connected and not disconnected, but open. And the same for the Wi-Fi as well. Okay, so you need the Wi-Fi fully off, not connected and not disconnected, but open. So those 4 things there are how you turn the smartphone into a dumb phone that still works.